Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, MJ's Nia. Welcome to the channel. So yes, I'm going to be discussing about Beyonce. I'm going to talk about some of these past couple of, I think, no, 2 years. It's 2022 and 2023, but it's also going to be bringing up a little bit of old tea, some old receipts with her about, some issues that I don't know why it seems like every time like Beyonce, she stays in her bubble, she stays in the shell, she keeps to herself. It seems like something around her, it's like a drama. Like somebody would tweet something, it's always about her daughter, and it's like it's just crazy. What you might not know, but there has been a divide on the Beyonce's Dubai concert. And it's all on Twitter, like always. Twitter seems like that's where all the chaos happens. Some highs and lows. So we're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about the other things in the past that surrounds Beyonce. And she never, Beyonce keeps herself. She never says anything. But there's always like some type of drama around her. And she's drama free. So I want to put that out there. Beyonce is drama free. It's other people causing drama around her with her name. But let's get into this first topic first about Dubai concert. So it says fans are up in arms over Beyonce's return to the stage. Over the weekend, the pop superstar headlined a private concert at the opening of luxury hotel Atlantis the Royal in Dubai, for which she was reportedly paid $24 million, I said $24 million, according to the BBC. Even with the no phones policy at the 1,500 seat concert, plenty of footage from the show ended up on social media. The concert was Beyonce's first in over 4 years, which had made fans excited, but also drew sharp criticism for her choice of venue. Much of the criticism centered on Dubai's strict law against LGBTQ people and the same-sex relationships, with many posing out how Beyonce's latest album, Renaissance, was celebrated for honoring and taking inspiration from the queer community and LGBTQ icons. So this is somebody posts on Twitter, Douglas Greenwood. No beef, but I'm struggling to understand why Beyonce, who has $500 million, would accept $20 million to make her debut performance of the Renaissance album, a record which lives heavily from queer culture in Dubai, a country where LGBT rights aren't recognized. So here we go to Jaden. So Beyonce made her on-stage return at the opening of a new luxury hotel in Dubai, her first choice after close to 5 years break. As the Beehive were excited, LGBTQ are disappointed with her. Disappointed with her for accepting to perform in the city of country with harsh. And they didn't even finish. I don't know, harsh judgment about same-sex marriage. I don't know. They didn't even finish. Some defended the performance, noting that it was not related to Dubai itself, but simply a private gig for the opening of the hotel. I don't think it was about Dubai. It was for a private event at the Atlantis Hotel's reopening. I would say that the consideration was given to the proposal from the hotel rather than to Dubai as a country. She's always supported the LGBTQ plus community. Has anyone looked into the hotel's politics or ethics before making it about Dubai as a whole? Really and truly, people could ask a similar question about her being a feminist when she tours about America where it isn't legal to have an abortion. Well, that one, so far left. I get what he was trying to say. And some said, others noted that Beyonce did not actually perform any songs from the Renaissance. Beyonce not performing a single song of Renaissance because she's in Dubai is given. And it says, apparently this is a set list of Beyonce performance tonight. And then they replied back to Douglas Greenwood, the one about no beef. It was the daughter of a lion is still a lion. Y'all be tripping me out with those 2,000 and 3,000 names on Twitter, but y'all go ahead and do you. But she said she didn't sing songs from Renaissance. It said somebody said no beef. Yet again, they replied to the dude Douglas Greenwood, no beef. Gus, he replied to Douglas Greenwood. He said it was a private event and not her debut performance of the Renaissance album, nor anything related to the promo cycle of the album. You couldn't just buy tickets and go see her. Also, when pop stars perform at private events, they sing what they're paid to sing. So, according to Variety, Beyonce announced her world tour, and that was not her world tour. her world tour, let me give you the dates. Let me tell you when it starts with the Renaissance World Tour. It starts May the 10th, 2023. So, I think a lot of people are confused with special events and world tours. Y'all need to look that up. Her world tour does not start until May the 10th. So it didn't start in January, so I want to clear that up. So she has some type of event going on over there in Dubai. So it says it right here, according to the Rolling Stones. This is what the people were trying to tell, you know, the people, you know, on Twitter, the ones who were upset that she was performing over there. Beyonce performance in Dubai, her first full concert in 4 years. So it says it right here. I'm not going to subscribe, but you guys can go subscribe to read the full of it. It says Beyonce performed an exclusive invite-only concert in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates on January the 21st as part of the launch of new luxury hotel Atlantis the Royal. So yes, this was a private event. The invites to the lavish London weekend include journalists, celebrities, influencers, as Pitchfork noted. So yes, that was a private event, y'all. That was not world tour. I think a lot of people thought that was the Renaissance World Tour. So people were trying to get them to understand that had more up to do with the hotel. It was an opening for the hotel. And then another thing too is I don't think I don't know if Beyonce really knows all the politics. I don't know. I can't speak for her. I don't know if she knows all the politics or whatever that's going on. I didn't even know that about Dubai. I did not know that. This is something that I learned new. Like I said, I don't know every single thing. I have to research it and look it up myself. But yeah, they do have laws against that. But like the guy stated earlier, you know, did y'all check to see if this has something to do with the hotel? Is the hotel like that? Like, what are their policies? Do they not like LGBTQ community? I'm just trying. Why are we? I don't know. Why is this a conversation anyway? She's performing. She's gonna go perform for money. I don't know why y'all think these celebrities. Y'all always hold the celebrities as very high. I don't know. Y'all hold them so high as God. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of y'all really do worship these celebrities. A lot of y'all do treat them like y'all idols. And it's just very weird. And y'all like, oh, why do they do that? And why do they do this? Let me tell you something. Celebrities are not perfect human beings. I didn't see anything wrong with her going over there performing. I didn't, to be honest with you, even if this was a part of her world tour, I don't see anything wrong with it. And this wasn't even part of her world tour. So the next thing I want to talk about is update Stephen A. Stefano, whatever his name is, A. Smith. I've seen this joker before. Apologize to Rihanna for saying she ain't Beyonce. I've seen this clown before. Yeah, he got dragged for the on Twitter saying that Rihanna isn't Beyonce. So I want to play the video and then I'll come back with, you know, my commentary.
I just got out of a first take and I saw some headline that's circulating all over the place about my quote that Rihanna ain't Beyonce. See, you know, I'm going to own it. I know what y'all trying to do, but I'm going to own it because I get paid to speak for a living, so I need to be more careful. I want Rihanna to know you're a superstar. You're sensational. You're spectacular. You're no joke. And you are a worthy person to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Having said all of that, I was answering a question from Sherry Shepherd, who took over the Wendy Williams show and now got her own thing going, and I'm very proud of her. And she asked me, with a bunch of sisters in the audience, what she asked me. Now, I'm a Beyonce fan. I think that Beyonce is not only a phenomenal performer, the phenomenal performer. And the only reason any kind of comparison came into play is because Beyonce performed at halftime of the Super Bowl, not just by herself, but one separate Super Bowl performance with Bruno Mars and Coldplay. And I thought those were two of the greatest shows that I've ever seen. So what I'm saying is anybody has to measure up to that. Last year, with Snoop and Dre and Mary J and Eminem, I was like, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Coldplay, big time. They got to measure up to that. Anybody who does Super Bowl Super Bowl halftime show. Forever I'm going to say Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and then Beyonce by themselves. Michael Jackson could still be alive, and I would say it's got to measure up to that. Eminem, who's one of my favorites, I would say that about him. Coldplay, when they talked about Coldplay initially for the Super Bowl, I was like, not enough. That can't measure up to Beyonce and Bruno Mars, or Bruno Mars by himself, or Beyonce by herself. I've always said that. I meant it as no disrespect to Rihanna. I know she's phenomenal, and she's my sister. Nothing but love for her. But Beyonce is my sister too. I got love for both of them. I just think that Beyonce is the greatest performer out there today. That's me. That doesn't mean I'm hating on anybody else. Doesn't mean I'm damn sure wishing for Rihanna to fail. I don't believe she's gonna fail. She's gonna be great. I'm just saying that I'm a Beyonce fan. That's all. That's it. Rihanna, go do your thing. I apologize for creating whatever brouhaha comes of this. I gotta be more careful where people twist it and turn it into something it ain't. My bad on that. Now I gotta go. Good luck, sweetie. Looking forward to seeing you perform at halftime during the Super Bowl. You know you gotta turn it out. You know you gotta turn it out. And I believe you will. All the best to you. Bye-bye.
Did y'all, I want to ask y'all something. Did y'all actually went to his Instagram? There was people who were agreeing with him. No one's allowed to have an opinion. Duh. That's what you journalists do. Twist words, in my opinion, Prince halftime show is still my favorite. You ain't got to apologize for having your own opinion. Since when? You never say anything bad about Rihanna. Shaking my head. The world has gone completely fragile. You said nothing wrong, and I agree with you. She ain't Beyonce. You had me up until Michael Jackson. Prince is untouched too. Bro can't even have an opinion anymore. Laughing my ass off. It's crazy. You right. Rihanna ain't Beyonce, but it's 2023. You could lose your job and go to jail for having an opinion. Them soft cancel culture ain't built like the sports world. They take opinions. Can't take opinions. Okay, you sport fan people. Let's bring you back down to realization. Why is Cardi B and Nicki Minaj at odds with each other? So I got to tell you now, this conversation here that Cardi B had, this was an interview that she had with Apple. I think this was before the feud that happened between her and Nicki Minaj at the New York Fashion Week or something like that. Was before that. So please don't say, oh, well, this is, at that time. No. This is before they had that feud that happened in New York. So Cardi B says fans made up her reported feud with Nicki Minaj to see people beef is really entertaining. This is the video right here. I'm not going to play because I don't know if it's copyrighted. But basically, it's called Cardi B Invasion of Privacy Interview. Please go watch it. I'm going to put a link down below. But she basically discussed that it's good entertainment for the fans. And then if you go further, if you go back and you type in Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were pinned against each other by their fans, there is a really good breakdown on people.com on Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, a brief history of their fights or whatever. You'll see that a lot of the fans, they kind of like started the whole drama. Like there's tweets after tweets where fans were like literally, and I know y'all not dumb. I know y'all can read. If I'm gonna put this link down here below too, where people actually pin these two women together. So there's a history of this where rappers and especially the ones that are Latino and Black, or the mixed girls and stuff like that just get pinned against each other. So I want to bring that out. So that's why I'm using them as an example, because this is a good example to be used towards the Beyonce and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Where he brought up that she's no Beyonce. That's the thing that I'm talking about. People tend to do that when they're talking about female artists. They always tend to pin that artist against someone and they compare that woman to another woman. Women don't like that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We don't like being compared to another woman. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You can sit there and be like, well, men do it all the time. That's a man. I'm a woman. I don't want to be compared to another woman. Absolutely not. So I want to bring that out, that this is something that people does, and this is why Cardi B and Nicki Minaj don't care for each other. That's today. That's today right now I'm speaking. This is why, because the fans, the people, they pick sides and they keep, posting things all the time to piss off the next celebrity because they team Nicki Minaj or they team Cardi. I just want to bring that out because people pin them against each other. Why is it that all these black artists out here, especially the black ones, the black rappers and stuff like that, why are they having beefs with each other? Because people pin them against each other. This is the comment that he made about she ain't no Beyonce. Actually, let me go ahead and play the video about Rihanna. She didn't ask him a question about Beyonce. I don't know why Beyonce's name was brought up, but she didn't ask him about Beyonce. She asked him a question about how will Rihanna do. Am I tripping? Okay, hold up. Let's play it.
Who's gonna be in the Super Bowl? I know this. Rihanna.
Really?
Rihanna.
Right.
Rihanna is going to be. I'm very excited. Are you excited for this halftime show?
I don't want to say I'm not excited. She's fantastic. That's not where I'm going with this.
Okay, where you going?
Ladies and gentlemen, she's a lot of things. She's spectacular, actually.
Yes.
And congratulations on new mamahood.
Yes.
There's one thing she's not.
Uh-huh.
She ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute. Hold up.
Hold on.
Steven.
The only reason I brought up Beyonce is because Beyonce recently performed at the Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
And without Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Okay, so Beyonce performed, but she's had her time. Now there's Rihanna. Rihanna's coming back. She got that extra of motherhood. I like Rihanna.
You know what? I like television.
Uh-huh.
I like a lot of talent out there. There's some spectacular females in television. I just want to say that. Everybody ain't Sherry.
Okay, everybody's not sharing.
That's not throwing shade on them. That's appreciating their greatness, but understanding there's levels,
Okay.
And Rihanna's music is fantastic. She's great. She's a sister. I love her dearly. I listen to her music. I'm going to support her till the cows come home. I'm just telling you, for me, there's Beyonce and there's everybody else. Just like it was Michael Jackson and it was everybody else.
You got to give Rihanna a chance because I really think Rihanna's going to surprise you. I think Rihanna's going to surprise you, Steven. And we'll leave it at that and we'll see. I'm going to text you after she performs.
You go ahead and do that.
I'm going to text you.
You got the number?
I got your number.
You got the number?
I sure will.
You got the number? She's going to be good. She can't be bad. She's too great not to be good. I'm just saying Beyonce spoiled.
It's okay. Let it.
So, yeah. So basically, Sherry did not ask him anything about Beyonce. She asked him a question about Rihanna. I don't know why y'all men do this. And y'all always seem to bring up... I know they might have done it with men, but it's different with women because y'all always seem to compare Beyonce to so many other singers. I hear it with Chloe as well. A lot of people say they don't want to... So they don't want Chloe to look like... They're tired of looking at Chloe because Chloe looks like another Beyonce. Maybe she does. Maybe she do need to find her own personality and her own way. Let her find her own way. But a lot of y'all are so quick to do that. Y'all always comparing somebody to Beyonce. And that really has to stop. You really have to stop comparing women with her. It's always like that. I've been hearing it with the, Destiny's Child and stuff like that. But, Kelly Rowland and Michelle.
You've had such an interesting run for so many reasons. You and Angie just had a great conversation on her podcast about...
Yes.
Angie gave you flowers for your ability to play second to Beyonce, which for so many, everyone who gets, I can only speak for me, everyone who gets in the entertainment business gets into it to be the man, right? Just me working with Ebro takes my own ego.
Hates it.
Yeah, hates it. It's my own, my ego has to be in check. Even though when he's not here, I'm like, you know what, I kind of prefer Ebro come back. But it does take an ego check. And you happen to be standing next to the brightest light on planet Earth. Like, you think Big Boy from Outkast has it tough being next to Andre. You're with Beyonce, and not only did you not like fight it, it seems like you really loved the position that you were in and took it seriously. And
here's the thing. Light attracts light. I am light. So I am a beautiful brown shining light. So I don't think anybody's light dims anyone else's. I think that when other people start to compare you, I think that that's when it shows how dim they are of themselves. So I don't take somebody else trying to dim my light anymore for anybody else. I love B. I know that she's a light, but I know that I'm a light too.
But it's also created such an interesting role for you where, like, you could have rested on your laurels and just been like, hey, I'm a part of this iconic group. My best friend's the biggest star in the world. We kick ass. We're awesome.
Yes,
But
and her best friend / sister is one of the big stars in the world too. So it's like people only see things one-sided. You know what I mean? So I don't like when they just put one person in one place. Like, we both shine together. I'm shining with Marsai. We're shining together.
Right.
It's always been like patriarchy to me, or even now, like everybody's actually taking the hit of and start to believe this thing where, well, only one woman can do this and they shine the biggest.
Right.
My sister has knocked down doors and made positions for so many women that look like her, that are deeper shades than her, or brighter, or whatever, but specifically for Black women, and put Black women in other places that, you know, we're grateful for. You know what I mean? But also somebody else did that for her, and another group has done that for us.
And you're doing that for other
and
people.
I do it for other brown girls. So it's just a cycle and a space for all of us to open up doors for each other instead of compare. Don't be so limited. And I feel like people who compare are limited in their minds, and they limit themselves. And so don't do that to other people.
Well, and do you think that people see it as in the world, and this is what, no matter your career, whatever you're in, that especially for Black folks, right?
Yes.
Like, there's limited slots.
Yes.
Right? And so we living in a time right now where it doesn't feel like there's as many limited slots. It doesn't have to be a one.
It doesn't.
Right? It could be 100. It could be, you know, different roles. But people, I think, because of ego, like you pointed out, right? People get in the game to be the biggest star, whatever. They don't really know why they're wanting what they want, or they don't know why they're uncomfortable next to the person that they're uncomfortable next to, right? That's, you know, you grew up in a familial, like, that's your family.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, that's it's not just coworkers.
Yes,
you know
that's
what I'm
my
saying?
family. Like,
and so
we're there for each other's children's birth.
Right.
Like, you know, understand what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than that. And it was a time where, you know, one is young and you listen to the rest of the way the rest of the world thinks, and you might adopt some of that thinking too.
Right.
And I can definitely say, yes, I adopted some of that thinking. And then it had to take maturity and being in my own space, loving my own space, and realizing my own power and what I bring to the table. And if you don't know what you bring to the table, then you just gonna be lost.
That's the part.
Yes.
That's the part that I think a lot of people struggle
And you'll
with.
act like it, you'll talk like it. It's just,
How do you...
You know, y'all always make it seem like they were in some type of competition or whatever with Beyonce. It's just ridiculous. And y'all keep doing this with, I'm noticing y'all keep doing this with Black females. I don't think y'all understand. It's not about, me personally, I'm not trying to cancel nobody. He can have his own opinion. But just like he can have his own opinion, everybody else can too. Everybody else can too. You know, this is social media. I'm sorry, like I stated, the same guys who were over there, the same guys who were over here hooting and hollering in the comments like, you know, this is his opinion, this is his opinion. Well, guess what? He's on Instagram. Instagram is social media. We're all reading. And guess what? Everybody has their own opinion too as well. And this is my opinion. Stop putting female Black singers against other ones. Stop putting Black artists against other Black artists, period. I'm tired of hearing this. I'm always hearing this conversation. Like, stop comparing artists with another artist. But that whole cancel thing, I don't do cancel culture. I don't cancel nobody. I just say what I say about them, and they can go on with their lives, and I can go on with mine. Like I say, y'all worship these celebrities and stuff like that online. And apparently these guys here who's in the comments right now underneath him, it seems like they worship and comment him. And when I mean by worship, I don't mean like you bowing down to them actually. It's whatever that person says and whatever that person do, you pretty much like, you come to their rescue every time of if they do something right or wrong or whatever. Now, I know I'm a year late, but I had to talk about, you know, Ivy's hair. In the past, people have always talked about Ivy hair. I remember about why Blue Ivy's hair matter. Beyonce responds to Blue Ivy hair drama with a perm, and y'all see the pictures up there at, you know, up at the top, where they, you know, people would take pictures of her hair and they were like, what is wrong? Like, her parents got all this money. I used to hear people tell me, like, her parents have all this money. Why can't they fix her hair? So that was an issue back in the day. And this is kind of from last year, but I want to bring it back out. And it talks about, why is the internet obsessed with Blue Ivy's hair? Yes, if y'all didn't know, people has been obsessed with Blue Ivy's hair since 2014. They talk trash about it. And, you know, back in 2022, there was a post that was deleted. It was by Material Girl. Yeah, these two names is Saucy Santina, where he talked about Blue Ivy's hair. He said, I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blue Ivy. Have several car seats blue. Just say this yesterday. She looked dry to me. Beyonce with that mother effing pregnancy glow. I never had insecurities. I wouldn't give a F if Beyonce was standing next to me. I still think I'm prettier than her. I just want to be Blue Ivy. Nappy headed. Yeah. So that's just to give you a tea of how people, and he wasn't the only one. It was other people too that used to talk so bad about Blue Ivy's hair. Now this article came out last year and says like people were so obsessed with her hair. Yeah, because she looks good now. Look at her hair now. Natural hair is accepted. I remember back in the day, you know, people weren't accepting my natural hair when I was, you know, letting it all grow out in 2009. But now people are more accepting of the hair now. So yeah, when people saw this picture of her, they're like, oh, she's so beautiful with her hair and all. I was like, man, y'all are a bunch of fake and phony. Y'all are so fake and phony. That's all I gotta say. The internet is so fake and phony. And now they love her hair. They think it's beautiful. Even the dude, even Saucy Santana, he was saying her hair was beautiful and all that other mess later on in tweets. I'm not even gonna go look it up. It's just people are weird and funny. People are weird and funny around celebrities. And this is why I always say I'm not team Beyonce. I'm not team Rihanna. I'm not team Cardi B. I'm not team Nicki Minaj. I'm team me, okay? You need to be team yourself. Stop trying to put everybody on a pedestal. Like the whole thing with Beyonce Dubai concert divides fans on Twitter. To me, that's a whole bunch of people that's sitting around idolizing these celebrities. They think that they're perfect and they can't make no mistakes. I'm so over it, and it's like, to me, that's not even a mistake. But I'm not trying to say, let me say it like this. Like, they always think that all these celebrities are perfect. They can't do no wrong. They can, you know, it's just people it's like a lot of worshiping. And don't get me wrong. I listen to a lot of artists' music. I listen to, you know, I look at a lot of actors' music, but I mean, I say movies and stuff like that. But I noticed that a lot of y'all really do worship these celebrities. It's just ridiculous how the way y'all go for these people online, and they don't even know who we are. We don't exist. They don't even know who we are. But let me know what you think down below in the comment. I just want to make this quick video about Beyonce. I had to, because it just been some past tea till now. It seemed like stuff are still coming out about her, and she really stays to herself. She don't really bother nobody. And no, does Rihanna. They don't really bother anybody. They stay to themselves. And it seems like their names always keep coming up in something. It's just very weird. But yeah, let me know what y'all think down below about the video. I really would like to talk about the worshiping of artists. I think it's an issue. I think it's a problem on social media. Like big celebrities. I kind of see that with Nicki Minaj. I see that with Cardi B. I see that a lot with big, huge artists where they get, it's like a versus thing where people are putting them against each other, like who's better. That's why I wanted to make this video mainly, was about that. I want to know what y'all think about that. But yeah, I should see y'all later. Peace. You get me so